So I want to talk about the temptation and risks of AI in legal research for lawyers and pro se litigants. Hi, I'm Woody Clermont. Artificial intelligence, AI, has rapidly emerged as a revolutionary tool for multiple industries, including the legal field. For lawyers and pro se litigants, AI offers the promise of quicker, easier, and more comprehensive legal research. However, with these advancements come significant risks, particularly the phenomenon known as AI hallucinations. This is where it spews incorrect or fabricated information. And so the problem is relying on AI when it produces these hallucinations can have serious professional consequences and damage to credibility. That's why in this video I'm going to talk about why they occur, what risks they pose in legal research, and necessary steps to try to mitigate these dangers. AI has quite the appeal in legal research because legal research is the cornerstone of effective advocacy in litigation. Traditionally, the process requires sifting through statutes, case law, legal arguments, and precedent to build persuasive arguments. AI-powered tools have transformed this landscape by providing instant access to vast databases, summarizing cases, suggesting relevant statutes, and even drafting initial legal arguments. For pro se litigants, AI tools appear particularly valuable because these individuals may lack formal legal training and they may find conventional research methods overwhelming. Getting counsel may be expensive, but AI offers a perceived shortcut to understanding complex legal concepts by having someone do it for you, a computer. While it might expedite legal research, it takes away from advocacy when it gets things wrong. So what are the problems with AI hallucinations? Well, despite their promise, AI systems are not foolproof and they are not infallible. The AI hallucinations describe instances where AI generates false or misleading information while appearing confident and authoritative. This issue is not due to a machine's intent to deceive or to commit a fraud, but stems from how AI models are designed to begin with. AI models, particularly those based on machine learning, function by identifying patterns in vast data sets, and it generates responses based on probabilities. Imagine a program that is working off of statistics with things it doesn't really understand in the human sense. It just is predicting what comes next given a certain prompt, right? And so most of the time it'll probably get it right, but there are going to be some times where it guesses, and that's where it may be completely wrong. It might incorrectly cite a case that doesn't exist. It might misinterpret a particular law or statute. These hallucinations can be convincing because the AI isn't going to present them in a way that seems not confident. It's going to present it as if it did its job and it doesn't know any better. So what are the legal risks and consequences? Well, courts take accuracy and reliability very seriously. Submitting legal documents containing false citations or incorrect legal arguments and assertions based on what is existing law that other well-trained lawyers would know can result in sanctions, damage professional reputation, or even disciplinary action. This is whether you're a pro se litigant or an existing attorney, and even more so if you're an existing attorney, because the courts are going to feel like you should have known better. Recent high-profile cases have highlighted the dangers. Instances where lawyers, maybe to cut corners, submitted AI-generated briefs, and it contained the fictitious case law. And when counsel calls for where did you find that at, suddenly now we realize that a lawyer did not do the work carefully and submitted something without really checking. The AI hallucinations occur because AI models are like this advanced version of predictive text. Like if you imagine your smartphone and you type a word and then it wants to suggest the next word. It's using probability and statistics to do that. So it's going to give you words based on patterns it's learned. AI models are predicting the next word, the next phrase, and it's being trained on some data. But the simplicity conceals a more complex reality. AI models are trained on massive data sets collected from various sources, including books, articles, and websites. During training, the AI identifies patterns and correlations. It learns how certain words or phrases typically follow others. However, these patterns do not guarantee that they will be factually accurate. If the training data includes errors, inaccuracies, or certain information is underrepresented or misrepresented, the AI predictions can become inherently flawed. Consequently, the model may generate responses that sound correct, but are actually really incorrect. The AI also has an inability to understand context or meaning the way humans do. It doesn't really understand what it's talking about. It's just using statistical correlation rather than actual comprehension. Thus, its predictions aren't really about grasping and understanding information. It's just going to work off of probabilities, and it may present a court case it thinks should exist as precedent. It doesn't know the case was fictitious. It just simply forms a response based on patterns that appear similar to valid citations. AI models struggle with this ambiguity and gaps in data, and when presented with vague or incomplete prompts, the AI may attempt to fill in the blanks by generating content that sounds well meaning and fits common patterns. This can lead to hallucinations where the AI invents plausible but highly inaccurate information. For example, if asked about a rare legal principle not well represented in the training data, the AI might make some assumptions or fabricate an answer that seems reasonable but is way off the mark. The problem is compounded by the AI's desire to be helpful and responsive. AI models are programmed to provide answers rather than being ignorance. As a result, even when the AI guesses, it tends to present the information with confidence that it probably should not. This can mislead users into believing the response is accurate, well supported, and even when the hallucination is accompanied by a totally fabricated citation. Biases and errors in training data can also contribute to the hallucinations. If the datasets contain outdated or incorrect information, the AI's inputs will reflect those flaws. Additionally, because AI cannot evaluate the quality of its sources, it may inadvertently draw on unreliable or misleading data. Garbage in, garbage out, compounding the risk of generating hallucinations. Finally, the probabilistic nature of AI means that even under ideal conditions, hallucinations are a persistent risk. No dataset is perfect, no model is immune to error. Therefore, while AI can provide useful insights, its limitations necessitate rigorous human oversight and verification of the information presented. And that's what won't happen if you're dealing with a lazy attorney or a pro se litigant who doesn't know any better. Given these risks, it's crucial for both lawyers and pro se litigants to adopt strategies that safeguard against AI hallucinations. Verify every source. Every citation provided by an AI tool should be independently verified. This means checking the full text of cases, statutes, or articles to ensure they exist, are being correctly interpreted, and used in the appropriate places. Cross-referencing information. Use multiple trusted legal research databases to confirm findings. If an AI-generated answer cites a case, look it up in a recognized legal database such as Westlaw, LexisNexis, Fastcase, or other official court databases. Understand the limits of AI. Users must recognize that AI is a helpful assistant, but it is not the be-all end-all. It's not a substitute for critical thinking or expert legal knowledge. Blind trust in AI outputs is extremely reckless and extremely dangerous. Use AI for preliminary research. It can be a useful starting point to identify issues or gain general understanding, but legal arguments and citations must be based on verified research. It's just like how some people may use Wikipedia. Wikipedia is strongly discouraged in academic circles. It's a starting point, and you can use it to find primary sources, but you should not be using Wikipedia outright because, in fact, it is just simply a system that's maintained by people that, for all we know, may be putting bogus information into those encyclopedias. So you should consult with legal experts. You should pay some dollars to have an attorney review the information if you're a self-represented litigant. And I know that defeats the purpose of what you're trying to do because you're saying you don't have the money to pay an attorney. But I'm not asking you to pay for an attorney full-fledged, right? There are attorneys that take on entire cases, and there are attorneys that only take on specific instances that you get to specify as a client. So this is the time when you can say, I just need you to check what this AI produced, and then you can get an answer from a trusted human source who can help fix the mistakes. For pro se litigants, courts may provide some leniency, but not entirely. So understand these individuals, yes, they lack formal training, but the court cannot have you submit incorrect or misleading information. The courts expect all litigants to present truthful and accurate arguments, and routinely sending something that seems misleading is going to cause a loss of confidence and a damage to your reputation. Trust is paramount in the legal proceedings, and once lost, it can be very difficult to regain. So your best practices for using AI in legal research is that you want to maximize the benefits of AI while minimizing the risks. And so here are some best practices. Start broad, then narrow down. Use AI to get a general overview, but conduct detailed manual research to confirm the specifics of what is really going on. Use document verification processes. Keep a record of how each source was verified. This can be useful if questions arise later on about what kind of diligence you used. If you have that information, then no one can catch you off guard, and you will be prepared to show how you worked hard, even if maybe some kind of minor mistake does happen. Stay updated on AI developments. The technology evolves rapidly. Stay informed about new advancements, known issues, and so that you can be a responsible user. Leverage AI for administrative tasks. Use AI for non-substantive tasks like organizing notes, summarizing documents, reducing the risk of hallucinations so that they don't affect your legal arguments and then cause you to lose credibility. Participate in legal education. Engage in continuous learning through workshops, CLEs, or online courses about ethical AI use in law. In conclusion, AI holds great promise in transforming legal research, making it faster and more accessible. However, it is not a magic solution. The risk of AI hallucinations introduces significant dangers, particularly when users fall prey and fail to independently verify AI generated information. Both lawyers and self represented litigants must exercise caution. They must use diligence and critical thinking when using AI tools. By understanding why hallucinations occur and adopting strict verification practices, legal professionals and self represented parties can avoid embarrassing mistakes and uphold the integrity of the legal arguments. Ultimately, responsible AI use can enhance the legal profession's credibility and helps ensure that judgment is served.